I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, live. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. No, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my way. I found your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close.
Oh, child. Woo. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed that video of me talking about knee leaks and Bryson leaks. It was quite emotional in that video. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. Everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, is for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, is for entertainment purposes only. So, I did say that there would be another video today, and of course, I am honoring my word to y'all. So, I'm, sitting or laying down in bed right now, and, I'm watching Hulu. Now, for those of you who do not know, if you have Verizon, you can get Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu for free. That was the 5G Play More plan before they switched it to the My plan. Personally, I don't think it's cool to have to pay a cell phone bill, then pay for perks on your plan, but hey, to each their own. But I got the plan at the right time, so I get Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus for free. So I'm very grateful for that. So anyway, with all that being said, you're probably wondering, Braylon, well, why are you bringing that up? Because I was watching this series, this 3-part series called The Ashley Madison Affair. This is a 3-part series that came out. It came out July 7th of 2023. And basically, this series is about Ashley Madison, which is a website for people who are married but they want to have an affair, right? And so in part 1, basically, as social media takes off and online dating takes off, basically Ashley Madison breaks all the rules of what a site should be by feeding the need of, guess what, it's not enough where I am, maybe the world can provide me an option where I can have that release and still have my cake and eat it too. And Ashley Madison was made up because those were the most popular girl names of the 2000s. I think it was 2003 or 4, somewhere around there. But Ashley and Madison are 2 girl names. Right? Crazy, okay? So, they had outrageous viral marketing. They would do it through billboards. They would do it through these commercials of, showcasing the woman with these flaws and, saying that it's one thing to get over a one-night stand as a one-night stand, but imagine trying to get over that for the rest of your life. Use Ashley Madison. They would use these billboards, and those billboards would say, even if you look like this, you have a shot. And Noel Bitterman became the CEO of Ashley Madison, and he was the face of it, right? He was the face of it. And so he would say, well, I'm not doing anything wrong. These people obviously are looking for an outlet. I'm going to help provide that. And, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, true enough, but in the same token, though, like, bruh, really? Like, ugh. And it was crazy because one of the things that they would do is if somebody got into an affair, like Tiger Woods, they would offer that cheater, you know, deal to be a paid spokesperson for Ashley Madison. The deal for Tiger Woods was $5 million. Elliot Spitzer, who was a New York City governor, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he cheated, and Ashley Madison took a post or ad in the New York Post and said, "Hey, listen, you should use AshleyMadison.com." Which basically, y'all know my business rule over here: take an inch, make it a mile. That's basically what Ashley Madison did. And so, anytime it was an affair, Ashley Madison would insert themselves to do that. So that is part one, right? So let's let that breathe for a minute. My opinion on part one was just like, oh my God. Like, what in the actual forgetting universal common knowledge is that, okay? So forgetting universal common knowledge, y'all can figure out what that means. But anyway, just really though? And I know that there are many different websites that do many different things, right? Like Amazon. I mean, who doesn't use Amazon, right? There's eBay. eBay was kind of Amazon before Amazon. And of course, before Craigslist came about. And, when I think about, part one of this, I also think about a website called Backpage. I don't know if y'all remember Backpage, but it was a escort website, where you can go and there will be free, sex, and there'll be paid sex. And then there's a couple more websites out there as well. But, with all that being said, there you go. And so basically the marketing mindset was, okay, let's not run away from it. They already know it's grotesque. They already know it's extra. They already know that either way no one's going to like them. So let's just lean into what they believe. So that's part one, y'all. Part two is cheaters beware. So during that time, right, there would be, I think they said in 2015, there was 27,400,000 men to 2 million women. And when I heard that fact, I'm like, so wait a minute, you mean to tell me that there's more men than women on a site that is for having an affair? Now, I would think maybe 27 million men, maybe 17 million women, to kind of balance it out. But no, those were the actual numbers. So basically, what ended up happening was this team called the Impact Team. They got into, Ashley Madison's server, and they had this huge, full pull off feature for $19.99 where it will remove everything. But of course, there is necessary data that they need to be able to keep their service up and running, right? So you have all of that, and they said, listen, you have 30 days to shut it down. We're going to release millions of information, right? And these are people's actual names, actual addresses, phone numbers, and everything else. So they said it was the chief strategy officer was pretty much the voice of, one of the biggest voices from the actual company to come on camera and speak. Because at the end of the day, somebody was going to have to, right? And so with that being said, you think about some people that, some of them were actually on to cheat. Other people went on because they actually thought that maybe they had an inkling that their husband or wife cheated, but turns out they didn't do anything wrong. And so then the leak is revealed. All these people, they were, two, assistant attorneys from the U.S. government, and there were celebrities. Josh Duggar from Arkansas, child. I'm not going to get into what Josh Duggar has done, but let's just say that, 19 kids and counting, he was counting a lot more. He was counting a lot more than he needed to, and putting more things in his grocery cart than he needed to. Y'all can go look that up. I ain't covering it over here, okay? I'm just letting y'all know that he was a part of it. So, you have all of that going on. And so, at that point, right, it's kind of crazy because now, what they do in this series that I've never seen before, I love the artistic style of it. They bring in experts from the worlds of dating. They bring in cybersecurity. They bring in journalists. Sunny Hostin is in this as well, and I love Sunny Hostin. I wish she would do more content, like this to showcase her skills. I think she has an overall deal with ABC. Excuse me. And, of course, she's a panelist, a full-time panelist from The View. But anyway. And it's interesting how they blend these different perspectives of how to tell this story. And then they have actors, right, that read, they read, these reviews, right, of people that were on Ash and Mass, and there was a website called Ash and Mass and Sucks.com, and Noel Bierman was going after the person that, was making the site, and this attorney tried to stand up and say, well, people do have the right to have a complaints website. So Ash and Madison bought the site and started posting they started posting positive reviews of it, right? So it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. So that's part two, cheaters beware. So part one is the setup of this whole website to be able to have an escape. Part two rather, is, okay, this website, this escape, this place to fall is out here for people, but now there's a group that really wants to leak all this information. Now, you probably want to, well, it's more of a morality thing, right? Okay, so y'all know artificial intelligence is very big, right? You got Chad, GTP, that's under a Federal Trade Commission investigation for, business practices and if people's financial information was seen, right? Okay. With that being said, Ashley Madison was using AI before ChatGTP came about. I'm going to say that 2 more times. Ashley Madison was using AI before ChatGPT or ChatGTP, however you call it. Ashley Madison was using AI before ChatGTP. So, you're like, wait a minute, Bray, what? No, I'm serious. So apparently they were able to make 10,000 fake profiles under 2 weeks. That was in part 3, and there was a woman who said that her hands got carpal tunnel. Her hands just were not working anymore, and that was because she was making 1,000 profiles of fake women. And the thing about a dating site, in terms of this, it is the way they make their revenue is based on interaction. So they said that in the beginning of the website, they said, okay, if you are a dude, you pay for a certain amount of credits to be able to talk to these women. If you're a woman, you're free to use it because women are the bait, and and the men hopefully will get reeled in by the bait, right? So it's almost like fishing. Women put themselves, women don't put themselves on the hook, but follow me now. You put the bait on the hook, you throw the hook in the water is the pool of what can be. And the men hopefully bite onto the hook. Now you're looking at the worm, but you're not really, and your cheek starts to hurt because you're being reeled in so hard to this connection. Okay. I know that was graphic for your eardrums, but hell, y'all already know what we do over here. We keep it real. So part 3, right? Part 3. This is the final part. So part 3 is where, guess what? The hack gets to Noel, right? And child, Noel would go on, shows like The View, and would really defend Ashley Madison. He became the face of it, and his wife would be on, these talk shows with her husband, right? And so, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, who, child, no one cares about her, no one wants to hear from her, nor really. Well, I mean, she's a little more respected than Meghan McCain. Nobody wants to hear from Meghan McCain at all. But anyway, so Elizabeth Hasselbeck asked a decent question. Could be a question anyone with intelligence could ask, but still, she said, "Well, if you're on the billboard, aren't you subscribing to infidelity?" And she was like, "Not really, because I think if they see the advertisement, basically what it said is, you think your wife is hot, look at our wife." I'm paraphrasing it, but basically that's what it was. And so you would think that a couple like this who believes in monogamy would not be joined together in a business like this, right? But the husband's the CEO and the wife is just kind of, hey, I will support you, but she didn't have an involving role. She wasn't a shareholder or anything like that, right? So with that being said, apparently Noel was cheating on his wife. Yeah. But here's the thing. Before that, let me, back that thing up for y'all. There was an interview with this food, critic, or food columnist. That's what it was, food columnist. And so he would invite celebrities or people over to his house, and they would record the conversation. So the food critic asked this woman, "Would you like to come over and have dinner with the husband and wife of Ashley Madison?" Right? And so it was truffles and nachos and wine. And so it was a really open conversation. Now you probably wonder, wait a minute, that open conversation, Bray, was about, that hopefully their relationship is about monogamy. Yes, it was. And they said that, it's interesting because there are some couples that are more freer because they're not so holding on tight to monogamy, leading to the fact that I said before I backed that thing up, now we're going to push on the gas pedal and drive forward to what I just said. Noel Beardman was cheating on his wife, and he wanted escorts and escorts and prostitutes. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. And y'all, this was the age that he wanted them at. He wanted them at 18 and 19 years old. Okay? So Noel was getting extorted. And so then a class action lawsuit came from, these victims, because rightfully so, they've been scammed. Whether they were cheating, there was this black man, and he sounded very sincere. And he said that, he was afraid for his marriage, so he went on the class action lawsuit. Now, here's the thing, right? Sunny Hostin, who, like I said, is genius, she said that the Federal Trade Commission did an investigation on Ashley Madison, and so they wanted to do a class action lawsuit. The bigger the suit, the more you have to pay, which pretty much means that could have been the end of the company. But Ashley Madison said, okay, y'all want to sue us? You have to come out and put your name on the suit. You have to come out publicly. So the suit dropped down from 43 down to 18. But the suit was won because $11,200,000 had to be paid. But this was to the 18 victims, to the 20. This was this was to the 18 plaintiffs, rather, 2,500 victims and the lawyers, right? So it was drop the bucket for them. Their revenue was about $150 million at that time of the hack. And so as this series begins to end, you know, there are people still going onto the website, and some of the actors and actresses, as they were acting, you know, these people's points of view, they were like, was I afraid to go on after the hack? Sure, I was. But then again, any website can be hacked. And I also know that I feel like, you know, non-monogamy is becoming more accepted. One of the actors said that in 100 years it will definitely be more relaxed. And there was another actress. She was a white BBW, just to give because y'all didn't see it. She was I'm not gonna lie, she was scrumdiddlyumptious, but I'm still for my chocolate queens, okay? There was one chocolate queen named Monica, I think, and she looked beautiful. But the point was, though, let me get back to it. The point was, the white BBW said, if I could have an open relationship where, you know, I could go see other people, he'd go see other people, we could be happy, then I would do that. But I know that would be a huge betrayal from him, and our marriage would be over either way. And so there was Sarah Barnum. She's a sex relationship expert. I think she's supposed to be doing something with Roku or some type of show here coming soon. And she said that, you know, there's a lot of issues that we're divided on. Gun control, you know, death penalty, so many different things, right? But the one thing that we are universally against is cheating, right? And so she said, you know, with polyamory being of many loves, there are websites and spaces and places where you could go do that. And so if you continue to be deceptive and lie, then guess what? You deserve what you get. So you're probably wondering, okay, Bray, what is your opinion on the Ashley Madison Affair series? My opinion on the Ashley Madison Affair series, the 3-part series that's on Hulu, I really do think that right is right, wrong is wrong. If you are about being in a polyamorous relationship where you're about being in a sister-wives relationship or a sister-husband relationship, then go forth. Do what you want to do, right? Because at the end of the day, who am I, who are you, who are we to judge? But if you made a commitment to your wife or to your husband or to your wife if you're lesbian or to your husband if you're gay, or an individual if they are LGBTQIA+ under that spectrum, then you made that commitment, and you doing what you did through infidelity and cheating, you're wrong. You are absolutely wrong for that. So that's why I genuinely think commitments are commitments. Your happiness is your happiness, but you have to be able to take responsibility for either thing that you choose to do. Whoo, child. So listen, and apparently there was a report from this firm that made sure that there were no more fake bots on AshleyMadison.com. So that is my video. This one ran a little bit longer because y'all, I wanted to give y'all all 3 parts. But please go to Hulu. I think you guys will really be intrigued by it. And Hulu is definitely going to rise up as a very big streaming service for sure. They definitely have a lot of good documentaries and hole-in-the-wall content, if you will. I think they just need to be known more, and not to mention we're in 2023. Hulu should be international. That's just me, though. That's just me. So that is my take for today. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this longer edition of I hope you guys enjoyed this longer edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Pit Stop. One love, much love, all love. I'm out here, y'all. Bye.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, live. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. No, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your magics and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close. Now